What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. The PvP has definitely kicked off here in this fantastic roleplay season where I am with Doom. Okay, we have started fighting against the Variags quite intensely. There's been a lot of back and forth, and today especially, I actually had some PvP right at my front door. So we're going to go take a quick look at this Khaldoon report versus the Witch King and do a deep dive on that. Oh, there is a Khaldoon versus Sauron. Khaldoon versus Witch King, ladies and gentlemen. You can beat him. Get excited. Here we go. Let's start with the Witch King. First off, decently geared with some 4-star, 3-star golds. Okay, he has Aegis, but it's only one refinement. However, I'm not going to be doing a lot of stun or madness as Khaldoon, so that's fine. And the accessory is, you know, could have some improvements. So decent gear, but definitely I'd say about average gear. Okay, the troop composition is going to be half decent as well. We got 3,800 alchemists, 72 taunt trolls, and 1,800 corsairs. Room for improvement on the Witch King. Bump this up to 5,000 or 5,500 alchemists, maybe, and decrease, you know, these corsairs down to 400 or 500. Decrease the taunt trolls down to 40 to 60. You don't need quite that many accessory troops with Witch King. Into the Khaldoon build itself, folks. Khaldoon here has slightly better gear with some 4-star and 4 refinement weapon to give myself accelerate. I have a 4-star purple chest giving me anti-burn. I've got a helmet giving me tranquility, and my accessories giving healing, okay? The build that I'm running is going to be primarily the top R0 tree and the R5 tree. This is going to give Khaldoon some decent damage output because he's attacking twice per round for the first 3 rounds. Decent damage from Experienced Warrior, Collaboration, and then 2 stacks of Hunt down in those first couple rounds, okay? And of course, the R5 trees don't need any explanation there. It's amazing. The troop composition, I have a mixture of champions. I have 400 champions in here to cut the enemy damage down. I've got it at level 9, okay. I have 1,100 dragoons and 4,000 halberdiers. All right, so I'm very geared for anti-cavalry and anti-range. Really will completely destroy a ranged Theoden, essentially. But right now, you know, performing, I think, well against an enemy Witch King, alright? Into the report itself, let's take a look at the actual damage output. Khaldoon with 90k damage output, folks. We got the Halberdiers with 92k. Okay. Decent damage right there. Oops, I missed the Witch King. And then the Witch King, the majority of the damage, of course, is going to be from the Alchemist with some supplementary damage from the Corsairs, alright? Into the deep dive report, let's take a quick look at rounds 1 and 2, and then we'll give you some conclusions. Alright, there's the accelerate, there's the anti-burn chest. Witch King is Witch King, giving me ring wraith, he's countering my anti-burn chest. Okay, and of course he has some points in the R5 tree for dishearten. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if we get any stuns from the Witch King. Khaldoon coming in hot and heavy, folks. Hitting the... oh, that's the Corsairs hitting my Halberdiers. Corsairs hitting the Halberdiers. They're going to get the Witch King attacks coming in first. Corsairs hitting the Champions with the next hit. Here's the Alchemist hitting the Halberdiers. Okay. The Taunt Trolls. Marshal the Eastmark, keeping my Dragoons and Champions alive there. And here comes the... onslaught, ladies and gentlemen. The Taunt Trolls actually negated out the champion debuff. I wasn't able to debuff the enemy Alchemists or Corsairs because the Taunt Trolls were able to redirect the attack. Here's Khaldoon's heal coming in hot and heavy. And here we go with Tranquility, getting some use in, a little bit of healing. So overall, we've got about just under 6,000 healing in round 1 from Khaldoon's Tranquility and his accessory, okay? Here's Khaldoon's attack. I did not get a double attack. What is this? Only a single strike from Khaldoon. Accelerate did not activate, but still decent damage. 5k plus 25, 7,500 damage right here with the hunt down stack. Okay, and the Dragoons and the Halberdiers were stunned. Going into round 2, we should see full damage from my units. Okay, here we go. We've got Khaldoon with the auto attack. Did I gain a double strike? I did gain a double strike from Khaldoon here in round 2. So here's 8,500 damage from this round. Double stack of hunt down. And here is another 8,000 damage against the mountain trolls with a stack. So about 16,500 damage from Khaldoon. Not the most damage you've ever seen in your life, but still pretty decent, okay? Considering my gear and what we got going on. The Dragoons coming in for 53, and the Halberdiers coming in for 72-37. So, overall, folks, to summarize this basic report here, we've got my anti-burn damage chest, which I just wear all the time because there's so many people that run Alchemists since they're so strong. This obviously assisted me. This, combined with Marshal of the East Mark, dramatically reduced the Witch King's damage output, and I was able to deal, as you saw in round 2, over 15,000 damage with Khaldoon. So if I trigger Accelerate in the first 3 rounds, I could be dealing as much as 50,000 damage with Khaldoon in the first 3 rounds. Very, very critical. Okay? And of course, Tranquility did not cleanse anything useful for me. It cleansed like the -2 defense. But, you know, it's good to wear these. It's tough to get good use out of Tranquility against enemy ring wraiths because they apply so many debuffs to you. However, I am happy with the worn out smoking pipe. I also don't have any other good accessories to wear on Khaldoon, but the smoking pipe actually was able to pull through and put out some decent healing here in this fight. Okay, so thanks for watching, folks. I put my final damage received at about 203,000 versus Witch King's 225k, which is about a 10% better output from my army at the end of the day than the Witch King's army, okay? Witch King versus Khaldoon, like and sub. Shout out to Doom and all the folks here with the Variag group as we start clashing against Run. Get excited. Like and sub.